Right. I am Dr. Minister Vermont Prince for the Om Institute. This is going to be the breakdown of all breakdowns. I know you've seen a lot of people breakdowns, and I'm not going to say it's going to be better, but it's damn sure going to be different. So let's get into it. Now, before I start doing this, I want to explain to everyone, every single person, please understand that what I'm about to say does not reflect on the individuals, not the artists, not the performers, not the league owners, not the event throwers, not the fans, not anyone specifically. I'm not saying stuff about these people. What I'm showing you is that the universe talks or speaks to us through codes. All of our lives, hers, his, theirs, ours, mine's, yours, are nothing but mere codes that are designed to convey a message that the universe wants us to all wake up to. And that's what I do. When I decode stuff, I'm not decoding based on slandering or saying this person picked their name because it means this. No, the universe picked your name and inspired you to choose that name. Well, that inspiration was nothing but a code that was downloaded into you to make you think that you chose the name, but the universe chose it for you. Or chose it for your parents, chose it for your parents, or your grandparents, or your friend, or your cousin, or whoever. That's what's going on. That's the real deal. So now I'm going to begin to break this down. All right. Now, let me start out with a lot of stuff, right? Some of the stuff I'm going to write down. I got the chalkboard right there. I'm going to write some stuff down. We're going to start with the word lock, right? Then you have the word LockDown. Two different words, lock and lock down. Boom. Boom. We're going to look at the word prison. Bam. Lock, lock down. Okay. You see his shirt? It says, bars is back. Bars. Prison. Bars. Boom. It's another one for the prison. That's 3. So we see prison being a heavy theme. Okay. Now we're going to look into some other things that I want to look at. First, we have in the word Cassidy, we have the word ass right there. Arse. 2 versing each other. Arse. England, this is how they say ass. So we have sexuality. Sex. Anytime you see at least 2 things, it's called a verification. When you see something one time, it might not be a big deal. You see it more than once, it's a verification that that's something that you really need to pay attention to. Okay, we're going to go back to some more things. In the word read dollars, you see the word doll? Talking about females. Boom, okay. There was a few more things that I got to grab onto. Oh. Let me get back to some of the things. One of the guys that's heavily involved with the code, because he does a bar-for-bar breakdown. And he's really, really popular. He does it on the channel called Hurricane Drew. So, Hurricane, dealing with the weather. So we have, or bad weather, so to speak, weather. Okay, put that there, see if that come back. Drew is D-U, or Hurricane Do, not Drew, Do. Now, this is Do right here too, D-O. Anyway, his name is the guy that does the bar for bar breakdown, and he does it bar for bar, again, bar. But his name is Easy the Block Captain. So, you have block. In prison, especially maximum security prisons, the cell housing unit is called a block. Sometimes dormitories are called blocks. So again, that's one for prison. He's the block captain. In the army, they have captains, but also in prison, they have captains. So that's something that needs to be looked at. In jails, not really prisons. Especially in New York. In New York, they have lieutenants, superintendents, and stuff like that. Wardens. But on Rikers Island, they have captains. So that's another one for prison. Okay, cool. So let me start moving a little bit faster now. Boom. Now we're going to break out certain other things. You see right here, JC. The biggest JC we know is Jesus Christ. So we have Christ, right? Okay, boom. Let's look at this. O-C-K, Ak. In Islam, Ak is short for Aki, which is brother. Islam, boom, Ak. Let's go down a little bit more. Where's we at? Over here. No, not over here. Where's it at? O-C, Ak. Also without the K. That's also another way of saying Ak. You have October, Ak. Boom, that's 3 Oks. So we're going to write over here, Islam. Boom. Islam, right? Boom. We got 3 for Islam. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Over here, what do you see in this background right here? The word East. Where does Islam basically flourish? In the East. Bam, that's 4. Now, we got some other things that I gotta go to. It was a couple of more Ox out here I overlooked somehow. I don't know how, but or where they at, but it'll come back. But anyway, okay, so now we done with prison. We dealing with sex. We dealing with Islam, which is strict versus the Christ consciousness, which is really consciousness. K-N-O-S-C-I-O-U-S-N-I. I mean N-E-S-S, consciousness, which means the height of knowing. Without researching or reading from a book, you know innately or inward. Okay, so let's get back to this. In the word shot, boom. Let's get back to the word arsenal, weapons. Boom, so we're going to put weapons there, right? Okay, cool. So here you have a K-shine. We know that K is AK. So we already know that that's 2 for weapons. That's definitely validated then. We have a shot, another one for weapons. Shot means to drink. Like a drink, take a shot. But it also means to shoot a gun. Gun, we see the word gun straight up. Boom, then the whole word shotgun. Gun and shotgun is 2 different things. Right? Okay, boom. Calico, that's obviously weapons. Boom. Now we did that. Now let's go back to this over here. Like I said, doll, females. Twerk. If you take T-W-E-R-K, it's twerk. Twerk is something that the females do with what? Their ass, their butts. So we see sex twice more. Boom. We see not twice more, once more with the twerk. Okay. Remember I said the dude named EZ, the block captain? Z-E. That's backwards. You got E-Z and you got Z-E. That's very important. That reverse. Alright, I'm going to speed this up because the clock is running out. Only got 24 minutes and change, people. Boom, okay. Okay. Now you have the word ill in bill collector. You have be ill. Then over here, you have the ER, emergency room. Ill in emergency room. ER, sickness. The sickness, right? We got 1 and we got 2. So we had a confirmation that that's important. We have CK, we got Calvin Klein. the street hustler and the fashion designer, KD, you know, Kevin Durant. We also have do, meaning to perform or take action. We have Dow, which is the Dow Jones. Oh, wrong one. We have Dow, which is the Dow Jones. Now, you have right here, you have own, which means to possess for oneself as one's property. If you take own and go backwards, you have NWO, which is the New World Order. Boom. So here you have Islam, the New World Order, and you have own. No, pardon me, I did it wrong. You have the New World or the New Way versus people being owned. Okay? Alright. In the word shotgun, you have the word hot. Okay. Oh. In the word rock, you have the word ak as well. Right here you have CO, correction officer, going back to prison, to the whole prison thing. Where else can we find COs in here? Any old COs? CO and Calico. Yep. Definitely one right there. But let's get to some other stuff real quick. Alright. Rock. That's important. Earth is a rock. Large rock, but a rock nonetheless. DNA. D is also the. NA is na. D na, which is deny. DENY, deny. Okay. So I'm missing out on a whole bunch. Oh, SHI, shy, is really chi. That's sexual energy. Chi is your sexual energy, as in Tachian. Okay. SID, SID, sudden infant death syndrome, crib death. Crib, right? Crib is like a playpen with the bars, or a prison. Again, another prison for the babies. So that's what we're looking at, right? Here you have TWO, the number 2. We have two things opposing each other, or versing each other. Okay. Or, versus or have the same thing, either or. Okay, we have Cali. See the first 4 letters of Cal? Cali. CA, first 2 letters is Cali. Boom. Then over here you have, what's the other Calis at? There's a couple of Calis around here. I don't know why. Oh, CA, Cassidy, Cali. Boom. Cool. We have Philadelphia. If you look at the word Philadelphia, the word Phil, the first 4 letters spell Phil. Phil is a Greek word that means love. At the end you have PHIA. Phia is for Sophia, which is a Greek word that means wisdom. That's why philosophy means to love wisdom or be a lover of wisdom. You have the Adel in the middle. In the middle of this, you have Adel. That's the only thing that's standing out. Boom. Now I'm going to go over here and get some of this stuff. I already broke that down. DNA, to deny. Alright, cool. It's their first time in Philadelphia. So this is going to be a first time event. This is an event. Event is something that happens. A big thing that happens that's planned out. This war that's about to take place is going to be something that's planned out. Okay. You see that? Twerk is twerk. Dollars. Okay, we did that. Oh, and read dollars. You have LA. Going back to the whole California thing. Again. URL. That's the name of the league. As you can see on here, URL. URL is standing for, oh man, a lot of this stuff is, my stuff about to blow away. URL is standing for, you have a, I need a tissue. Alright, get some of this out the way. URL is the word U, the word R, and EL, L. Who is L? We'll come back to that. That's the masculine principle, going back to the sexuality. And that's also the Islam. Boom. So, we have that. Now, so we have a couple of other things that we need to, have room for. URL, we know that. We're going to take care of some of this. Boom. Okay, cool. Over here we have the address. New World Order, we did all that. Oh, the address needs to be broken down. Okay, the address is 334. That's 33 right there. Bong. South. Right? We know south is downward, right? Okay, it's called LockDown. Downward. We also know that south is another way of saying sexuality. Like south of the border is your genitalia area. And having oral sex with someone is considered going down on them. So again, we have more sexual references. Okay. A bill collector. I'm going to go back to a few other things too. And it's funny because Shotgun Suge. We know Suge best as a character in Harlem Nights called Suge Avery. And that character, Harlem Nights. We got to get into, Harlem, harlot, harem, more things dealing with sexuality in a different kind of relationship. As in, polygamy and things of that nature. But Harlem Nights and then Uncle Ra is the person who did the face-offs for everybody that I know of in this thing. Ra or Re is the sun. Remember we was over here talking about the sun earlier, right? So we said hot and from Suge, now we got the sun. Okay. And Face Off, the movie, has two characters, John Travolta, and then John, O-H-N can be O-H-M, which is ohm, which is like an amp and an ohm, is a measure or unit of power. Then you have Nicolas Cage. Cage, lockdown, cage, prison, cage. Now, within the word face off, you have the word ace. We know two aces. Ace, the hardware store. Hardware is known as, guns and weapons are known as hardware. So again, here we go with the weapons. More for the weapons. Ace is also the main character in a movie called Paid in Full. A very popular crime drama. Paid in Full. Who do we have here? The bill collector. Who do you pay in full? The bill collector. You see how it's all connecting? Okay then. We coming to an end real quick, people. It's a lot more stuff I haven't touched on really. Over here we it's so much. ED, education. Education, among other things. We have this chi right there. Also shine. What does the sun do? It shines. There's so many more things I can't even begin to tell you. Arson. The word arson is within the word arsenal. Arson. fire. To start a fire. This is really important. The California and all of that. So what we have overall so far is that there's about to be a really big struggle. It always is not about to be. There is a real big struggle or fight going on between the enlightened ones and the unenlightened ones. The people who want to stick to religion and keep the old ways that oppress and suppress our sexual energy, and those who want to free themselves by reaching a certain level of enlightenment, which is EYS, embrace your sexuality, Om Chigaga, sex is the gateway to God or source, as we will really say. Right, off. That off is important, because dealing with this lamp, the sun has been blocked out or turned off, and now they have SYN light. It's called sunlight, artificial sunlight. That's what we are receiving. We're not getting the vitamin D we used to get once upon a time. Un means not. Off, not. Not on, it's turned off. Right? Okay. So there's several other things that's going on here that can be definitely touched on in so many ways. Son, we have the sun inside his name, which is very important, because Jesus Christ was who? The Son, considered to be the Son of Man. So that's a reinforcement to that whole concept of Son. Then you got to go back. Listen, it's so many. The OC Ak is also CO in reverse, so that plays a very important factor with the whole reverse factor. Then you have the date, which is the 6th. October is the 10th month. 10 is sexuality. This is a womb, this is a phallus, a vagina and a penis. Again, for sex. But Ak, O-C-T, is funny, because Ak means 8. This is sexuality right here. This represents the vagina and the anus, and how closely they are connected. So that's that. Pa, it was held in Pennsylvania, PA. That, and Penn is another term for jail. So we got more for prison. But PA is Pa, or Pa, father. There's several references in here. If you get into it, the address is, oh, I already did that, 344. Okay, you have 76 back there. 7 plus 6 is 13. The number of the Master, the Messiah. Jesus Christ is said to be the Messiah. I'm not pushing Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, because Jesus Christ is just symbolic. It's not a real thing that's happening, just a symbolism. So I'm trying to, bring that to your awareness. But this is something. Then you see him in the video pointing his finger like, he's shooting. But if you want to know more about what happened, basically JC won. People are saying Cassidy outbarred Arsonal. They said that the whole battle was trash. Suge lost to JC. Bill collected DNA. Some people saying DNA 2-1. Somebody, Calico, they say got twerk. K-Shine got $3 2-1. And DNA, I just told you about him. Geechee Gotti 3-0, they saying. So that's what they saying for the battle. But this is the science right here. This is what we need to be really focused on. How there's going to be a war from the east to the west to try to bring about or keep the old views. And they're going to try to stop us from being enlightened or educated. They don't want us to reach our unlimited infinite potential by embracing our sexuality and freeing ourselves from this matrix.